What's poppin', homies? It's your favorite homegirl, Gossip Girl, and today I want to talk to you about the inmates that escaped the Ohio prison. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it. Now, Bradley Gillespie, he was found in the river, and James Lee was taken back to jail. But let's get into it. The body of an inmate who escaped from an Ohio prison nearly 5 days ago was found floating in the Ohio River on Sunday afternoon. Now, Bradley Gillespie, 50 years old, had been imprisoned since 2016 for murder before he and James Lee, who was 47, broke out of the Allen Oakwood Correctional Institution in Lima, Ohio, around last Tuesday. Now, Lee, who was handed down a prison sentence in 2021 for burglary and safecracking, was captured in Kentucky on Wednesday following a police pursuit of a stolen car both men were suspected to be in. The vehicle ultimately crashed and both inmates fled the scene on foot. Lee was arrested on the scene while Bradley remained at large. Now, during a press conference on Sunday afternoon, Henderson pronounced they found Bradley's body in the Ohio River. According to Henderson's police department chief, Sean McKinney, a boater on the Ohio River called and said he saw what he believed was a body in the water. When police responded, they confirmed it was, in fact, a body, and it was found near Bradley's last confirmed whereabouts. Now, Mr. McKinney said he believed they had closure to the 5-day manhunt for Bradley. An investigation indicates we recovered the body of Bradley Gillespie from the river, he said. The chief said that an autopsy will be conducted on the body on Tuesday. It was not clear how long Bradley Gillespie's body had been in the water or how long he was dead. McKinney added that the amount of decomposition the body showed indicated he had been dead for at least 4 days. Wow. That is something. But, you know, they got the other guy. He's headed back to jail. Bradley, you know, he was found in the river. But some more, you know, I guess they try to figure out how did he die, what happened to him. So that's why they're having the autopsy. Okay. Now, let's get into these other inmates, okay, that escaped from jail also. And this happened in Mississippi. Let's get into it. 4 prisoners on the run after escaping from Mississippi jail. 4 prisoners are on the loose after escaping over the weekend from a Mississippi jail already under federal scrutiny for alleged mismanagement. The escape began around 8 p.m. on Saturday when the 4 men broke out of the Raymond Detention Center, a facility near the state capital of Jackson, through breaches in a cell and in the roof, Hinds County Sheriff Tyree Jones said at a Monday news conference. They possibly camped out on the roof and departed at different ways at different times, Jones said. The prisoners, Dylan Arrington, Casey Grayson, Corey Harrison, and Jerry Raines, had been incarcerated for a range of felony charges, most involving theft. Now, Jones said one of the prisoners stole a Hinds County Public Works vehicle, which was later recovered in a suburb of Houston, Texas. Investigators also believe a stolen Chevy Silverado is connected to the escape. We are actively and aggressively looking for these individuals, and we hope to have them back in custody soon. We are seeking the assistance of other agencies, including our federal partners, to get them back into custody as quickly as possible. Now, in July, a federal judge ordered a rare takeover of the jail after he said deficiencies in supervision and staffing led to a stunning array of assaults as well as deaths. In December, the U.S. Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals stayed that order after the county filed a motion for reconsideration. Okay, so 4 guys are on the loose. Now, that's the backstory. That's the backstory, and this story had dropped April of this year, like towards the end of April of this year. Now, let's do an update, okay? Let's do an update. So, okay, so while on the loose, Arrington was believed to be involved in a fatal carjacking in Jackson on April 24th. The victim, identified as the Reverend Anthony Watts, was believed to have pulled over to help after someone crashed a motorcycle before he was fatally shot. Okay, and his name is Dylan Arrington. He's 22 years old, and he was killed in a shootout with deputies at a residence in Leake County on April 26. According to Jones, Arrington had barricaded himself inside the home, which somehow became engulfed in flames during the standoff. And then that's when, you know, he was also believed to be involved with a fatal carjacking on the 24th. But overall, Dylan Arrington was killed in a shootout with the deputies on April 26. Now, Raines had been in the Raymond Detention Center since January of 2022 after being charged with auto theft and business burglary, and has a history of escaping pretrial detention facilities, according to Jones. He faces additional charges of escape and auto theft. Wow. Now, also earlier this week, a third detainee was found dead inside a vehicle at a New Orleans truck stop on Sunday. Casey Grayson, 34, had been detained since mid-February and was charged with the sale of a controlled substance and grand larceny, according to Jones. His cause of death is pending an autopsy. There was drug paraphernalia and suspected narcotics recovered in close proximity to where he was discovered in the vehicle, Jones told reporters during a press briefing Tuesday, noting that there was no foul play. Jeez. So out of the 4, 2 are dead. All right. Corey Harrison. He was one of the 4 men who broke out as well. He was taken into custody Thursday morning by Hinds County Sheriff's deputies and the U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force at a residence in Crystal Springs, Mississippi. Okay, and also a female acquaintance was also arrested and is facing charges stemming from the investigation. So, out of all of them, the 4 that broke out, 2 are dead and 2 are still alive. And they are back in custody. Now, let me hit you with something else. 2 inmates escaped from Mississippi jail weeks after the 4 others broke out from the same facility. Michael Lewis and Joseph Spring were missing at Monday morning's head counts. Let's get into it. What is going on with all these inmates just breaking out all over the place? Like, that says a lot about the jail system. That system that they're in, that facility, It says a lot about that facility, because how are all these inmates escaping? 2 inmates escaped from a Mississippi jail on Monday, just weeks after 4 others broke out from the same facility. Michael Lewis and Joseph Spring were both found missing during Monday morning's head count at the Raymond Detention Center, according to the sheriff's office in Hinds County, which encompasses Jackson. It was not immediately clear how they escaped. The sheriff's office said there was a breach in the facility. There was a breach in the facility. So that's all we have on them for right now, because they don't know how they got out, but they did say it was a breach in the facility. And before they got out, the 4 that I was talking to you about, they escaped, okay? But 2 are back in custody and the other 2 are dead. Now, these 2 escaped from the same facility that the other 4 escaped from. So like I told you before, that says a lot about Raymond Detention Center. Because how are these inmates escaping like this? Like, what's going on? So when I know more about these 2 new ones that escaped, I will bring you up to speed and let you guys know what's going on. All right. But as for the first 2 that I was talking about from Ohio, one is dead and the other one is back in custody. Wow. All right, you guys. That's all I have right now on this. And I will talk to you later.